Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. Hey, Lions fans. Today, we're diving into some crucial updates from the latest game against the Cleveland Browns, a game that saw Detroit come out on top with a convincing 34-10 victory, but not without some significant concerns and implications for the team's near future. It's always exciting when your team wins, but when key players go down, it's a reminder of how brutal and unpredictable this league can be. So, let's unpack everything, analyze what it means for the Lions moving forward, and look at the potential solutions that could keep Detroit on track for a deep playoff run. First, let's talk about the game itself. The Lions played a dominant game, especially on defense, despite losing some key players. They managed to sack the Browns 3 times, forced 3 turnovers, and even scored a spectacular 65-yard punt return touchdown by Calif Raymond. That special teams play really energized the team and the fans, showing once again that Detroit's special teams are a significant weapon. Offensively, Jared Goff was solid, making quick decisions and distributing the ball effectively. But what really stood out was the resilience of this Lions squad, especially considering the injuries that came during the game, notably to their secondary. In the midst of this victory, the biggest story is the injury to their cornerback DJ Reed. Head coach Dan Campbell hinted that Reed will miss at least the next game, and it might be longer depending on the severity of his injury. This is a big blow for Detroit's secondary, which was already navigating some challenges. Replacing a veteran like Reed isn't easy, especially when you're in a crucial part of the season where every game counts. Campbell mentioned that Reed's injury isn't minor, and with the team still awaiting detailed test results, the Lions are in a bit of a holding pattern. It's always a concern when a key defensive back goes down because it impacts pass coverage, especially in a league where the passing game is king. But it's not just Reed who left the game injured. Fellow defensive back Terrion Arnold also had to leave, adding to the secondary's troubles. Arnold's injury, while not described as major by Campbell, still leaves the team with fewer options. This situation raises some urgent questions about depth and how the Lions plan to handle it in the coming weeks. It's clear that Detroit will need to adapt quickly, and one of the most discussed options is bringing in veteran help. And interestingly, that veteran is none other than Asante Samuel Jr., a player who has been on the radar of many teams this season. Now, here's where it gets really intriguing. Samuel Jr. has been dealing with a back injury, but reports indicate he's scheduled to undergo a CT scan in October to ensure a successful spinal fusion. That's a serious procedure, but once he recovers, several teams, including the Lions, are expected to be interested in bringing him on board. Samuel Jr. was a promising prospect coming out of college, and during his time with the Los Angeles Chargers, he showed flashes of the potential that made him a first-round pick. If the Lions decide to sign him, they could do so not just to fill an immediate need, but also to develop him as part of their long-term defensive plan. Adding a veteran like Samuel Jr. to the practice squad could be a strategic move. It would give him time to get familiar with the Lions' defensive schemes and help mentor the younger players. This is especially relevant because Detroit's secondary, despite its recent struggles, has some promising young talent. Players like Kirby Joseph have shown they can be reliable, but depth is always critical in this league. Injuries are part of the game, and having seasoned veterans ready to step in can make all the difference, especially in close playoff races. Let's not forget that despite these injuries, the Lions' defense played a remarkably strong game. They held the Browns' offense in check, which is no small feat considering Cleveland's offensive line and running game can be dangerous when firing on all cylinders. The fact that Aiden Hutchinson experienced a brief injury scare, but was able to return and contribute, is a testament to the resilience of this team. Hutchinson, who's emerging as one of the top pass rushers in the league, mentioned that he just got the wind knocked out of him, and that he was trying to get up quickly to avoid any negative impressions. That mental toughness and physical durability are vital for a team aiming for a deep postseason run. Looking more broadly at the Lions' season, it's been a roller coaster. They started the year with high expectations, especially after last season's impressive turnaround, and they've shown flashes of that potential again this year. Jared Goff continues to be a steady leader under center, making smart throws and keeping the offense moving. The defense, apart from the recent injuries, has been improving, especially with the emergence of players like Aiden Hutchinson and the depth they've been building along the defensive line. The offense has a lot of weapons, and with the addition of a healthy Jahmyr Gibbs and the reliable play of players like Khalif Raymond, Detroit's attack is versatile and dangerous. But injuries are the ultimate test of any team's resilience. The Lions' secondary, which was already tested in recent weeks, now faces an even bigger challenge. Losing Reed and Arnold, even temporarily, means other players will need to step up. Young players like Jerry Jacobs and Chase Lucas might see increased roles, and the coaching staff will need to get creative in scheming to cover these gaps. It's also worth noting that the Lions' front seven, which has been solid in pressuring quarterbacks, will need to continue that pressure so that opposing passers don't take advantage of the secondary's vulnerabilities. And let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions this year, with the Lions aiming to establish themselves as the top dog. The Vikings, Packers, and Bears are all trying to find their footing, but Detroit's consistent performance, especially on defense, could give them a real edge if they stay healthy. The key for the Lions now is how they respond to adversity. Injuries are part of football, but the teams that can adapt and overcome are the ones that go far in January. The coaching staff, led by Dan Campbell and his passionate approach, has always emphasized resilience, grit, and unity. That mindset will be crucial in the coming weeks, especially as the team navigates these injury setbacks. The arrival of a veteran like Samuel Jr. could be just what they need to shore up the secondary and give the young players the mentorship they require to develop further. It's a strategic move that could pay dividends not only in the immediate future, but also in the long run, helping the Lions build a more robust and experienced defense. Now, looking ahead, the next few games will be critical. The Lions need to be proactive in managing their roster, making sure they're prepared for any additional injuries. The depth at cornerback will be tested, and the team's ability to adapt on the fly could be the difference between a good season and a great one. Fans should keep an eye on potential roster moves, especially with the trade deadline approaching, and see whether the Lions will bring in reinforcements to solidify their secondary. To sum up, this victory over the Browns was a significant step forward for Detroit, but it's also a reminder of how fragile success can be in the NFL. The injuries to DJ Reed and Terrion Arnold highlight the importance of depth and veteran leadership. The potential signing of Asante Samuel Jr. offers hope for fans looking for stability and experience in the secondary. The team's resilience, combined with strategic moves, could set the stage for a strong playoff push and possibly even a deep run in the postseason. It's an exciting time to be a Lions fan, and the next few weeks will be crucial in shaping the course of the season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these developments? Do you think the team can overcome these injuries and keep their playoff push on track? Who do you think would be the perfect addition to help fill the gaps in the secondary? Would you like to see Samuel Jr. in Detroit's colors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see what this season has in store for us. Keep the faith, Lions fans, because the best is yet to come.